Brady sort of talked about Shane up here, said that you guys liked his skill set and his personality. How would you describe him?
Competitive, strong arm. That's number one. First thing you see when you see Shane is he's got a powerful throwing arm. Okay, he is athletic, which means it's important in today's football because if your quarterback can move, he can get you out of some bad play calls, he can get you out of some bad protection, he can get you out of some bad stuff. Anything bad happens, he can help you. And I don't know if you guys remember me talking about it during the season with that third play, that breakdown play. His leadership, and his leadership really kind of took on a life of its own in recruiting. It was, we asked the quarterbacks to be leaders anyway, but now this kid's not only decided that he wants to lead his own team, but now he kind of took a leadership role with the recruiting class. And when you get a kid to commit that early, that's willing to do that, it has, I think, a huge impact on your ability to get the rest of your class together and keep it together. That's another thing, is to get them to come first, but to have that long. Think about how long some of these kids have been committed. Well, we worked our tail off, and Shane was part of that.
Touch-wise, though, I mean, is that working on his touch?
Yeah, working on everything. He's got to work on touch. He's got to work on, Shane, though, in games, watch his game film, Shane is a very good touch passer in games. What he'll do sometimes is because he has a strong arm, it's like every quarterback that I've ever coached, is they want to show you how strong the arm is, and he can make which you like. That's where you're good at. But you learn as you go. You learn more and more about the position. You learn how to pass. And passing is about putting the ball from point A to point B in a manner where the guy you're throwing to can catch it and then run once he catches it. So that involves a lot of stuff. That involves being able to spin it tight. That involves being able to touch the ball. That involves dropping the ball in. There's all kinds of little things that go with the position. I'm doing a good job answering this question.
No, always.
No, with Shane, knowing that you're kind
Give me a few strokes so I keep going, okay?
You're
Just
doing
kidding.
wonderfully. Knowing that you're moving back into this offense and having not taken a quarterback in the 2012 class, how important was it to sort of set a tone with your quarterback recruiting with a quarterback in the 2012 class?
Huge, because we didn't take a 12. We didn't take a 12. Now we have a Brian Cleary, who's a walk-on, who's doing a nice job. He's developmental, just like so many of them. But he came in, and you watch Brian play. He looks like he could be a scholarship quarterback. So no, we didn't take a scholarship quarterback, but the position isn't completely vacant. But to answer your question, it was critical because when you don't scholarship a quarterback 1 year, you can't miss on the next year. He's got to be a guy that you're pretty well convinced is the future of your program at that position. So.
Coach, you like to use your tight ends in a lot of different ways. How do you see the guys in this class that you brought in fitting into the position?
Well, we kind of, every tight end that comes in, we kind of see how they play. And usually you classify your tight ends two different ways. You either have a guy who plays on the line of scrimmage, a guy that plays moving, or a guy who can do both. We'd love to recruit guys that can do both right away. You don't always get those guys. So when we get them here, we see their receiving skills. We could see right away Devin Funch had great receiving skills. We could see right away that A.J. Williams had pretty darn good blocking skills. So they were freshmen. We couldn't show them everything, there wasn't enough time. So we emphasized those. Well, now that's over. We've got a year under our belt now. We've got a spring football coming up to develop that. Now those kids should be taking the next step. If A.J. Williams never became a move guy because we didn't fill that with new, that's fine. That's fine. But like I said before, we'd like to get him a little more involved in the receiving part of it, even though he doesn't have to catch a million-yard balls, and I haven't promised him, you're catching 30 passes, and won't. But I think he has to be more involved in that part of it.
Do you think Jake Budd, a guy that...
He's kind of a both.
Right.
He's the perfect... That's how we recruited Jake. Now, once we get Jake, we'll see. You know what I mean? If it looks like he's more of a move guy, then that's what we'll do. If it looks like he's more of a stationary down guy, we'll do that. But we recruited Jake really thinking he could do both. And really, that's what you want. You'd like tight ends that could do both. So we'll see. I mean, the jury's still out on that, but he's athletic and he can catch the ball. And now he's got to learn how to do dirty work inside when you're blocking those big guys.